finding the mass of the Cheeto on the electronic balance scale, make sure it's at 0 first before you put it on. And we can tell from this measurement that it is about 2.941 Cheeto with a paper clip. Insert it in the Cheeto and place underneath the soda can. Fill your graduated cylinder with about 100 milliliters. Use precise measurement.
The initial temperature of the water is 22 degrees Celsius.
Take your 100 milliliters of water and pour it carefully into the soda can. Now take the soda can, place the pencil in between the little lid, and then make sure it's even, like that. And then place gently into the little hole, and make sure this stirring rod is inside of the can.
The thermometer. Make sure it doesn't touch the bottom of the can.
And make sure it doesn't touch the bottom of the can, so you can measure the water. Okay.
So we are using the lighter to increase the heat and temperature of the Cheeto, which will then create heat, which will distribute into the can, which has water, where we can measure the temperature of the water, which will help us determine our final calories. So here we go.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
The heat created from the Cheeto moved into the water, which changed the temperature of the water.
Second trial, make sure you find another mass of the same Cheeto, which is 2.221. Paper clip into the Cheeto and place underneath the can again.
We already added 100 milliliters of water from the graduated cylinder into the soda can, so it's ready for our second trial.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa. What's up, Quan? Kingston. Let's go. Hey. Red one. Hey. Hey. Shawty got that super thing. Hotter than the sun in the south of Spain. Got me soon as I walk through the door. Oh, my pocket started tickling. The way she drop it low, that thing got me wanna spend my money on her.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so.
In trial 1, the mass of the Cheeto was 2.941 grams. In trial 2, the mass of the Cheeto was 2.221 grams. And in both trials, the initial temperature of the water was 22 degrees Celsius. In trial 1, the temperature of the water rose to 52 degrees Celsius, and in trial 2, the temperature of the water rose to 46 degrees Celsius. And in all this, there were 100 milliliters or grams of water in the soda can. Now we're going to calculate the heat content of the Cheeto in both trials. So first, you use the energy formula and you plug in 100 grams because that's how much water there is, and then 4.184 because that's the specific heat content for water, and then you take the end temperature, which was 52 degrees, and subtract that by the initial, which was 22 degrees Celsius, and you get 30 degrees. After multiplying all those in the equation, you end up with 12,552 joules. Then you use dimensional analysis, and you convert that into big C calories, which is 3 calories. Then you put it into the heat content formula, which was given to us as Q over M, and you do 3 calories over 2.941 grams because that was the mass of the Cheeto in trial 1 to get 1.02 calories per gram as the heat content. Now do the same thing for trial 2, and if you go through the whole process, you end up with 1.08 calories per gram. Now to calculate the percent air, look at the nutrition facts to find that there's 160 kilocalories per 28 grams, and you divide that out to get 5.71 kilocalories per gram. You plug it in to find the percent air. You do the literature value minus the experimental over the literature value times 100. And you do that for both trials. You plug in 1.02 and 1.08, and it comes out to 82.1% as the percent error for trial 1 and 81.1% as the percent error for trial 2. As you can see from both of these values, our percent error was very high.